What is up, Midway Mayhem fans? This is Dan, and again, we are checking in from the Universal Orlando Resort for yet another Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift roller coaster construction update here in Orlando. Again, we rope dropped the parking lot, and we're here early to try to get some views of the coaster construction. There's a lot to see and do. Let's go. All right, there we go. There's the spike with more track added to it, but they did not top it off last night. And they've added more track right here on this turn. So that is what's new. Alright, so awesome views from over here. We're going over to Hard Rock in a second, and we'll come back over to Studios when the park opens up at about 10 a.m. As we can see, the archway, well, still not painted that white yet. Hopefully soon. Ooh, foggy. I like it. And here we can see that new addition of track to the spike since our last update. It's twisting. And we have arrived at Hard Rock. Yeah. Well, there we go. Some better views of the track that was added for that high-speed turn. Looks really good. Alright, time to go up the stairs and get some views. Got all of the columns over here. Looks like maybe a new one over there. Of course, look at that turn. Top deck now. Looks like they're doing more work on the foundations over there by the former entrance for Rocket. Again, column right there I believe is new, that one. And we're seeing kind of the general layout. So there's a turn right there. This is coming down this way. Looks like it's going to hit this column right here, head out that direction. You have the turn that's coming around. We can see the arrows on the DOT. That one over here is showing that direction now, so that's interesting. Another little turn that way. Still tons of foundations over here, needing columns. And you can see where the direction of travel is coming from there. I believe it's going to be a straight little hop here and then do some turnage. Well, we do have the very top section of the spike here. It's on the ground right there, and you can see that stopper so that the train cannot pass by that point. There are some screw holes on there, and that is going to be for a rubber bumper that's installed. Another look at the launch track and transfer table that's right over there. We have the turn with the new pieces of track installed right here. again, going to be going that direction. And then the top portion of the spike right there. Alright, well those were some awesome views from Hard Rock. And yeah, let's head over to studios now. Well, we have arrived at studios, and that's kind of crazy. Something is definitely on the fire over there. Don't think it's in the park though. All right, and here we go. They're literally opening the park right now. So not much of a wait to get in. Both sides are open. Should be less than 3-4 minutes or so. Yep, like usual, no wait to get through really, and we are on our way. It's Florida summer, folks. I'm already sweating. It's gonna be a hot one, somewhere in the 90s. We're gonna have storms later. So early that they are doing a staggered opening, holding guests right here at Minion Mayhem before the rest of the park opens. There we go, the running of the bulls. Rocket entrance area again. Nothing looks different from our last update, at least over here. Again, they're working on tons of foundations right over there. We can see some wood stakes up in the air, and that's wherever foundations are to basically tell everybody driving the heavy equipment, don't run them over. I didn't show it in our last update, but there's yet another inflatable right there. There was a monster on the Universal Studio store. Now there's one over here in the Minions area. Walking around over to the station for Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift. And here we are over by the station area. Big crane still has not moved and likely will not move for a while. More of that siding is going on for the station to enclose it. And that's pretty much going to do it for the station area. Again, a lot of siding is going on to the building and should be enclosed in a couple weeks. Well guys, that's going to do it for our video here from the Universal Orlando Resort for Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift construction. Looking good as we have new track on one of the high-speed turns, and track is ready to go up on the spike. It's literally sitting on the ground. I would expect it literally tomorrow morning. If it's not, something happened, and that means they weren't able to put it up. But it's there. It's going to get topped off, and they'll continue on with the rest of the course. Of course, we're going to have plenty more updates from here, so if you like what we do, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and the website formerly known as Twitter at Midway Mayhem. And I will see you out on the Midway.